chime in. And you guys can share this video and put thumbs up. It really helps. My background is Urban Game Changers. Real quick commercial. We're going to be at Politicon. Urban Game Changers will be at Politicon October 20th and 21st. Make sure that you guys get your tickets to Politicon. We have a booth there. We have some amazing YouTubers that are going to be there. Just to let you know, we do have T West, Afro Synergy, Urban Game Changers Arkansas is going to be there. Afro Synergy, he's amazing. He's on YouTube. He understands the history and the plight of what's going on in our country. We also have Phil, who is of The Advice Show. He has almost 1 million subscribers on YouTube. He's going to be at our roundtable. We're going to be having roundtable discussions about the community and the grassroots activists in conjunction with YouTubers and social media. And many of you guys follow me on social media, and it's a sledgehammer out there. You're breaking ground. We're making mega changes. And those changes start with people like me and you. I'm going to keep leaning in because I'm not reading on my phone. I've got you actually live feeding through my camera. Carol, thank you so much. Gina's out there. Lynch is out there. Miss Banks, how you doing? Harmeen. Oh, it's Harmeen. I like Harmeen. So I'm going to give you my perspective of what's going on in the White House. As you guys know, it is a charade, honey. It is a show that we have never seen in the history of America. We've seen a lot of Supreme Court hearings. For those who are political junkies like myself, I remember Anita Hill. I remember a Clarence Thomas situation. That was an ugly situation. There are so many Supreme Court hearings that are out there, but this in particular is historical. This one in particular is buffoonery, charades, calculated. It is structured in a way to divide us, to keep us confused, to keep chaos in America. And for those of us who believe in making America great again, shout out to the megas out there. We want to stay on point and we want to stay alert. And so we do these videos, and I try to do videos that when I do them live, I try to provide you data and information to open up your mind and have a different perspective of law and order. If we go back to the commencement of Brett Kavanaugh's concessions of being examined by the committee and answering questions, there were consistent outbursts among the audience, things that I couldn't believe. I couldn't believe it was a charade. People with blood and people swearing and people claiming, to the point that we had one of the auctioneers from one of the committee members. That was hilarious. But now, all of a sudden, there's a young lady on the scene. Her name is Christine Blasey Ford. She is a young lady, a woman now, who apparently, allegedly, and I'm going to say that word consistently for all the attorneys who watch my channel, allegedly stated that she had some type of encounter. Now, I'm not going to even read or give you my perspective of the encounter because we want to really hear this testimony. Since she put herself out there, since she's with the Me Too movement, here's a lady who was 15 years old with a 17-year-old, a minor, and another minor that had some type of physical, maybe sexual, we don't know, verbal engagement that apparently has affected her life to adulthood, that she would wait, not then, but to now, to make this more of a bigger issue. Now, grant you, this man has moved on and become a judge, Judge Kavanaugh. He was raised by two parents who were attorneys and judges. Now, can you imagine being in a house, being prosecuted every day you come home from school? What's your homework? What's your homework like? What did the teacher tell you? Explain that to me. Break that down to me. And how did you come up with that conclusion? How did you do that, Brent? And what is the result of this? And where do you see this going? I mean, can you imagine being cross-examined and interrogated by two parents on a daily basis as a child? This is what Brett Kavanaugh has gone through his duration of his whole life. He has lived and breathed law and order. And that is what I want you to understand. This man has lived and breathed law and order from two judge parents. I don't think anybody on the Supreme Court right now, or judges that are out there right now, have been scrutinized more in their life than this man. Not by his peers, but by his inner being of the DNA of the people who put him together. And yet we still have Democrats. Share this video. Please like this video and pass this video on. Share this video and like it. I need more shares up. You guys share my video. It helps get my numbers up. And you know I'm providing you information that's real and raw. There's so much confusion with the media regarding this case. Everybody wants to be a star. All these hypothetical debates and arguments that evolve into something different. I hate hypotheticals without facts because we were not there. These were two minors. A minor who wants to accuse a man when he was a minor of some allegation of physical, sexual, verbal, differential actions placed upon her, that she decides at this pivotal point in this man's life to come out of the woods and the hole that she was in to have to testify. But going back to this man as a child, I want you to really think about, here's a man who is getting ready to be sworn in, and he will be confirmed. Oh, no. Don't get it twisted, you pussy hat people. You Democrats, you won't walk away drinking up that blue Kool-Aid, folks. Don't get it twisted. You crazy liberal, Me Too wannabe, hating everybody under the sun, inclusiveness of everything that moves with four-legged people. Yeah, he's going to be confirmed. And the reason why he's going to be confirmed, because you have found everything but loose to try to derail our system, to disrupt law with your craziness with Camilla wannabe Black Harris. She's not a Black American. She's not a descendant of slaves. She has no injustice for Black people, but want to claim to always be Black, and then all of a sudden the Congressional Black Caucus love her and crazy Cory Booker. Cory Booker, who has his own hands in the pants issues. Cory Booker, you got hands in the pants issues. Bro, let's keep it straight. Let's keep it raw. Let's keep it real up in here. Come on, put them likes up. Let's get it sharing, y'all. Now, y'all know Cory Booker he's a hook for crook. This ain't no alleged. He wrote an article talking about this. He wrote the article. The article is out. I posted it on my Facebook page. I'm not creating this data. You can't criticize someone for providing real truths that are before you. It's realness, okay? So now you got Camilla Harris acting like a crazy fool against this man. You have Cory wannabe in the pants hooker going out against this man. This man who has been prosecuted, who eats and breathes law, whose parents who support him and back him, who he ended up emulating, who he ended up being a clone of, parents who have been well respected in the judge arena of law and order, who is now a judge himself, is getting ready to be sworn in. But the Democrats, the liberal progressive, the cuckoo for Cocoa Pop people, I mean, come on, let's keep it real. Let's keep it raw. Let's keep it forward thinking, are going to do the charade show and find out every crack they can. So what did they do? They pulled up a 15-year-old child who was going after another minor of a 17-year-old child, who are now both adults, to recall something that they did at that age. Somebody tell them to put down that blue Kool-Aid. Put the blue Kool-Aid down, stupid. Put the blue Kool-Aid down. That is the best you got against this man, is finding some blue Kool-Aid bullshit, excuse me for cursing like this. This makes no sense. But I'm going to tell you, the Democrats are afraid to the utmost of this man. The Supreme Court people who are already in office, listen to me, don't leave me, I'm going to let you know something. These people who are already in office, and the Democrats, and the rhinos, I'm going to talk about some rhinos in a second, I'm going to share you with them. I want you to know there's some people who do not like Trump, who do not support Republican, do not support the Republican Party, the principles of the party, less government, empowerment to the people, entrepreneurship. They don't support that. The party of Lincoln, the party that flees the slaves, the party that gave the Black people the first right to vote. They don't support that. They support their own antics under the name of R. They support their own ideology under the name of R. These are rhinos. I'm going to share with you in a second about those. But let's go back to Brett Kavanaugh, who ate and bred law through the duration of his life. They can't stand that. And the reason why is, I'm going to tell you, the elected officials, the rhinos, and the Supreme Court judicial leaders who are leading the right and leading the fight in this country right now are going to be scrutinized under real law and order. Let's keep it real. What do you mean, Shirley? What do you mean real law and order? Because what happens is, within any job, you become content, you become complacent, you become acceptance to how your circuit of friends operate. What I'm telling you, when you're bringing in a species of a person as Brett Kavanaugh, who understands law and order. Listen to me. You know I'm telling the truth. I know y'all got questions and you want to talk to me in the chat room. Stay in there. Don't leave me. I'm going to address some of those questions and listen to you. But I want you to let me get my thought across to you. When this man has lived and breathed it, and now you come into our circle, you are now confirmed and you're joining with our circle. Who's zooming who? Who going to be afraid of who? He ain't going to be intimidated because he'll say, I'm just like you. They're going to say, but you realize I've been here longer. Da, da, da. He'll say, let me give you a little background. Let me tell you who my father is and my mother is and the schools I went to and the people I can relate to. Let me tell you about my daughters. And I say that because he's going to be the only judge, if somebody corrects me in the chat room, that will have the youngest children, as elected Supreme Court judge. What does that mean, Shirley? That means that he will be able to relate to millennials. He'll be able to relate to the child who went to basketball and programs that he coached. He can relate to the moms who picked up their child and the fathers who picked up their child from school late, trying to struggle to get their jobs in, when he was probably picking up some other kid's child, of other parents' child, because that parent had to work overtime. The judge will pick him up. Don't worry, I'll pick him up. He understands that plight and that pain and that struggle that me and you are going through. Those elected Supreme Court justice people have never had this liking that's about to filtrate within their system. See, the system of the swamp is being drained and disrupted by Kavanaugh. And that is why the Democrats are scared as hell. The liberal progressive, the underground movement. All these people are afraid of the man because of the value he brings to the table from other components, unlike other elected judges or appointed judges from previous presidents. This man is about true law and order and a relatable community point of view. He loves his daughters. He loves his wife. Not that they don't, but he takes it to a different level that is relatable by telling you stories that are identified. So where do we go from here, the liberals and the cuckoo coats for Cocoa Pop Maxine Water people say, where do we go? I know, we'll dig up a hole. And we'll find out this little girl who was 15, who was a minor, was another, oh my God, he was 17. God forbid the man been 18. But he was 17 who approached another minor who we say now she wants to have a voice. Me too. Me too, Senate. Put me before the committee and let me explain with my mind back when I was a 15-year-old girl. Let me go back in time. As if it was now, it's still with me. Because my question would be to you, Christina, why would you wait this late? Allegedly, this was done to you. Allegedly, you were approved. You were done. What? We don't know. And don't tell me, Shirley, I know I read the story. So we need to hear it from her. Because I'm telling you, Fox News, CNN, all these other newscast shows, all they're going to do is give you their perspective or allegedly or possibility or a conclusion based on someone's hypothesis on that matter. But I say to you, listen to me and understand, you need to have your own sense of recollection of when you were 15. How much do you remember when you were 15 and a minor with another minor that affects your life now? And now you see a good man about to do good for America as a whole, but there's people who have checks on the table for you. They got checks on the table for you. They got opportunities for you to go live and do broadcasts and TV and radio and do the Me Too movement. You got some opportunity to make some money, lady. Come on, Christina. Come on, Miss Ford. You trying to be like the Ford family with the cards? Maybe you related. You trying to get back up again with all these other cards coming in, giving the Ford name an opportunity. You got a name that everybody knows. Nobody knows of you. Now the president has even said things about this woman. And said basically a tweet, look, let her come out, let her speak. Let's hear her side of the story. But let this be clear. This is what the president said. He said, let this be clear. He will be confirmed. Now, boom, don't get it twisted. This man will be confirmed. And the reason why he will be confirmed, because he qualifies to the level that no one has ever seen. They knew they were in trouble. They knew this man was coming, and they created the charade show from commencement. When Grassley was up there talking, Camilla Harris cut him off, and she says, Mr. Chairman, do you realize what we're about to embark upon. This is a really critical decision. We need to hold off. What does procrastination get us, people? Nothing. It doesn't move us forward. It doesn't make us great again. It doesn't help us move through the game and the maze that's before us. The buffoon show is about to commence. That's what Kamala Harris was getting ready to tell us, which we didn't know. But now we do know from all the outbursts within those stupid-ass hearings and them stupid-ass people. And shout out to the man who did the 25, 25, 35, 35, 40, $5 sold for the cell phone. I'm sorry. If you didn't see that video, y'all need to rewind that when that woman went to stand up and make her point across on some other subject matter, which was not even relatable to the matter of the man's hearings. We have become a visual show to the world. Listen, world, if you're watching Shirley Husar, make sure you follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Share this video and get the thumbs up and like my video. I'm going to address some of the comments in the chat room. Please don't leave because I am going to talk to them, but I want to make sure I've made this very clear to you. This man has a stellar record, and the other side is creating a buffoon show, a disapproving show, a show that is like in television or film. And they don't have any substance or backing to back their charades. It's nothing but a charade show, people. When you have a man like Brett Kavanaugh with the background that he has. But let's go back to this 15-year-old, because we all can recall when we were a minor at 15-year-old at this age. And we can recall when we were approached by a 17-year-old man who probably has no engagement with you at all today. His life has never even thought twice about her until now. His family, her family have not. They're not thinking about you, Christina. And it's crazy. So who's being affected by it? We are. And how are we being affected? Because the hearings are coming up. Now, Joe Biden said she shouldn't have to speak. Now, this is a freaky licky dicky man. Joe Biden. That's a freaky dicky licky. Ain't no alleged. It's alleged. I'm going to tell you, look at the pictures. Look at the videos. Look at what people are saying. He's very physically engaging, where you see women are a little creeped out. They're very uncomfortable. He's overly physically inappropriate. But yet the Me Too movement do not talk about the inappropriate touch of Joe Biden. But then he's got the audacity to speak up and said, don't do this to her. It'll be like another Anita Hill. She won't know what she's being approached and asked to do. Oh, but she could come out and say something against the man, right? She could come up and say, as a 15-year-old, I was unapproached, or I was approached, or I was touched, or whatever they say, or whatever is stated that was done to her from Mr. Kavanaugh, Judge Kavanaugh, who will be confirmed, by the way. Joe Biden says, no, she shouldn't speak. No, let the woman speak. We all want to know the real truths. We just go ahead, put everything you want, because we've got a best batter on the team. We're going to have an amazing Supreme Court judge that will make a difference, because he's going to hold the other judges accountable. There's accountability of oneself. That's why I created Urban Game Changers. I know many of you guys don't think Urban Game Changers is going to be effective. We are effective grassroots-wise. We want you to be more engaging. We want you to be knowledgeable of what is going grassroots. This is a grassroots issue because this man comes from a grassroots. He relates to the people in the community. His wife is engaged in community in Texas. She's a leader there. His children are on a basketball team, a player of a team. That means they know how to work with other people. Think of the patterns that you live in life, the games, the physical games, the mental games, the chessboard games, the communication games that we do on Facebook. It affects our lives. How do you come out? What is the outcome? Can you move through the mazes? Because this is what this judge has done and has gone through. Now he's going to become confirmed and part of the Supreme Court justice. And now they are questioning, as well as the liberals, the progressive ideas that Obama and Hillary had really wanted to enforce. Let's just keep it real. Let's keep it real, people. Stay with me. That's what they wanted to enforce. Hillary and Bill wanted to enforce with their friend Obama and Michelle a new court of law of disruption and divisiveness in America. I really think they were plotting to really hurt America in a way that we had not even fathomed. All the theories, but all the facts that are out there are laid out there. But thank God for a miracle. Thank God for President Trump and the Trump administration, who identifies structure, order, value, creed, education. They value that. They value that. Is this a perfect administration? No. Is there any perfect administration? Hell no. But let me tell you about this one. At least this one ain't stuck up in the rhino purple people eater mode where you have Republicans and Democrats. Hell, I can't tell the difference anymore. I can't tell the difference anymore when you got rhinos such as Susan Collins of Maine. She's a centrist. Now, do you know what that means? The bitch don't know left or right. She's in the middle. We all should be in the middle. We all don't have to be in the middle. You need to make a decision. If you run under a party line of saying you are a Republican, then you need to be that lady. Why do you guys keep voting these people halfway wishy-washy? Don't know what side they're on. They don't know what they're on. Why you want to vote for somebody like that? But she's always been like that, Shirley. You have to understand, this is Susan Collins from Maine. They've always been that way. Well, Susan, Maine, wake up. Wake up to the fact that the American people are tired of the charades that you're supporting from the left and the centrist side of the world, who don't understand the pains that we're enduring across the country. She said that the president's tweet was inappropriate to ask this girl to come and tell her story. That's what she said. He's inappropriate, and that we should wait and hold back on these hearings. Hold back on the hearings. Why would we do that? And then we have another rhino. For those who don't know this, and many of you might say, Shirley, we already know this, but I want you to identify the purple people eaters are saying that they want to change this world. And I'm saying that the people are the people that are of this government of the American United States. We the people in order for a more perfect union, established justice and domestic tranquility is controlled and ran by the people, not centrists, by the people. But we are the people who make the judges. We are the people who vote these people in, and we are the people who cast the vote and can make a change. It's numbers, monies, and ideas and time. And through the duration of time, we had to eliminate all the corruption of the centrists and of the left-wing people. But now we have another one in Alaska. I know I'm going to say this last name all funky it up, but whatever. Lisa Murkowski, a Republican out of Alaska. Sarah Palin, go talk to that chick. What the hell is wrong with you two senators? This Me Too movement. She has been pressured by the left to vote no. She's being heavily pressured by the liberal progressive. So in the end of this video, I'm going to start posting phone numbers of their office. That's right, Susan Collins and Linda Murkowski. We're going to let you know how the Republicans and how the Trumpicans and Make America Great Again, how we move, baby. Trump train, wake up. We need to call these chicks and all these so-called people who say they're not sure if they want to confirm and they're going to be a strong no. We're going to let them know. We're going to make sure we get on top of our supporters in those areas that you don't get reelected, because you're not working in not America's best interest. You're not working in what? America's best interest. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's about the embetterment of the American people. But we can't have that in this country, because we have to be derailed by notions of, wait a minute, let's think about this. See, procrastination is what this administration has to deal with within the governing laws of legislators right now in this country. Legislators in this country right now are procrastinators, and we all know it, and we've accepted it. But what has it done us? What good has it done us? It has de-abled us. It has dismantled us to the point that we've given all our trades away. It's dismantling us to the point that we have people moving into this country at a rate that we cannot even imagine. Coming into this country, demanding protection, food, and shelter, and don't even really want to work. They don't really want to work. People living in unimaginable situations because they got 4 or 5 families living in the house. We never lived like that. We've had enough land and food and shelter and water. What happened to California, that water shortage they always used to claim since I was a child? We got water shortage. They ain't saying water shortage no more. Just let them all in. Camilla Harris has a big sign outside her office. We welcome everybody, and the flag people and the rainbow flag people. See, this is what has happened. We have become derailed and mismanaged by elected officials currently now and in the future if we don't make some changes, people. Come on, let's wake up. Let's wake up. So Susan Collins and Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski, 2 Republican senators. The hearing, if it does come up and she does become cross-examined, y'all need to keep that phone ringing. You need to keep calling those offices. and say, look, we want this man confirmed. Because see, they're scared again, if this man gets confirmed, you know what's going to happen. For every action is a reaction. For every non-action is the aftermath. We're going to be dealing with the reaction of a new administration, a new enforcement of law and order. And that is what we want. Is that not what we want? Is that not what we want? True law and order? People that understand what really is going on in the world, that's relatable. Because when you get in that little bubble, they're disconnected. You get in Washington, now you're a Supreme Court judge, now you have tons of security, now you don't even engage, you don't do any social media, you're not even involved with the community grassroots, nothing, because you're at a high level, and your level is so high that you're disengaged. But now you're going to get someone who wife is in the community, children are young enough to have to be addressed within the community, that understand the people. He's a people person, where he is going to be placed into an arena of people who've disemboweled themselves from people and now feel like